welcome to the channel today. We're going to be playing another episode of Stationeers. Now, I'm not quite sure what we done last time. I believe we tried to fix the solar power and I couldn't get it working for some reason. But after some investigating, I noticed I had my horizontal sensor backwards. So, that's why it wasn't working. Which is pretty stupid that I didn't catch that. But whatever. It is what it is. Um, First of all, I want to thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate you dropping by and hanging out with me for a little bit. Um, Not sure what we're doing in this video quite yet, but we'll find something. Um, Probably the first thing I'll do is try to um, get me some stuff printed out here, some more heavy cables, that way I can actually hook up my big battery. And we'll of course rewire all this. Don't need that right now, so we'll ditch that. Okay, so what we'll do, I need it. On the right away, and my auto leave is hooked up. So um, put my back for just a second. I will put it out right here. Oh, come on. Okay, of course we want our power in. Okay. Uh, Straight piece. That going. Connect it. Now, for the meantime, we'll just go ahead and hook our cable straight up to our auto lathe so we can go ahead and get some cable. We're going to need some heavy cable to hook up the battery up with. Because there's a lot more electricity flowing through the uh, big battery than there is the rest of it. So you always want to make sure you've got strong enough cable to handle it so you don't blow out all your cable to your solar panel. I learned that the hard way whenever I set up my uh, big battery before. I tried doing it offline, and I guess I had it wired up wrong, and I blew probably about 60% of the cables I had hooked up, and had to lost all that wire and had to go back and redo it all. It was just a big pain in the neck. Everything should be working at the moment. And make anything with. I'm gonna need some copper and gold, I believe. And of course, gotta have this hooked up. Never an easy process when you're playing this game. My goal eventually, after we get some power sorted out here, we'll have to get us at least one or two, maybe three more solar panels, so we can fully charge our battery and keep it charged long enough for us to start some construction. Because I'd like to get started on our base pretty soon. At least that's my goal. If anybody has played this game or has seen this game being played, that is never the result. I mean, it's you think you get one step ahead, then you get one step back. But you know what? It's okay. I enjoy it. And don't mind the space helmet. I sort of suffocated for better terms. Uh, I opened my helmet and Yeah, I pretty much killed myself almost. So, don't mind that space. It's just from my whole body. I will give you a little piece of advice when you play this game. If you start in dire need of oxygen or battery power and you haven't got the solar power hooked up yet, if you open your mask and you die, everything you have in your backpack will be replenished. Just I don't advise it, but in dire situations, if you need it, that does work for you. So some people say it's cheating. I say it's survival. I mean, it's you die, you're just gonna respawn anyway. And okay, cable coil, heavy coil is not in machine. I guess got to get out of electronics. Back to the other machine. Game seems a little choppy today. I'm not sure how it's gonna come out on your all's end, but on my end, it's a little laggy. So if it is, I apologize ahead of time. Usually don't do this. I don't know what the deal is today. We've got enough to make tons of heavy cable, which we won't need. But anyway, how's everybody doing today? Um, I worked early this morning and went in at 4 a.m. So I'm a little wore out, but I'm hanging in there. It's nothing I'm not used to. I've been doing that for years and years and years. I mean, it's been a long time, so my body's pretty much used to it by now. Yeah, let's see if we can get away with that for now. I don't want to use all of my battery power on just getting that. Um, get my cars out here. And jetpack on, and let's hit it. And oh, okay, we got completely just deep. And I just threw all my cables down. Man, good thing. So we'll go ahead and replace some of these until the sun comes up, and then when we get a little more up, we'll get I don't want to be without power. Oh, no, come on. Quit trolling me today. I ain't in the mood for it. Come on. And I want to thank everybody for the success I've had so far in this game. I really appreciate it and love all the support y'all are giving me. I didn't expect to do so well this far. I mean, I don't have a lot of subscribers yet and not a lot of views or comments or likes. The success that I have means the world to me, and it's because you all. Um, so thank y'all for that, and who knows, with your all's help, we can shoot a little bit higher. And if you recall in the last episode, we uh, finally made some steel. And if you didn't check that video out and you want to know how to make steel, please feel free to uh, look back at it. I'll post the link in this video. So that way, in case you want to go back and look at it, you can. Still relatively easy to make. It's one of the easiest alloys to make. Well, not really alloy, it's metals to make. So, I mean, it's pretty much just 3-part iron, 1 part coal, and 2 volatiles and 1 oxide. So it's not a real hard recipe to make. But if you want to check that video out, I'll put a link up in at the top of the screen for y'all to check it out. And okay, now we're all set up to capture the sun when it comes up, which looks like it's almost there. I like to make some steel frames ready so we can. Uh, we might just start with the basics right now and see exactly what we want to do, where we want to do that. All I know is I want to end this mountain. That's all I know. Any further than that, I could not tell you. I mean, it's a pretty big mountain. We can do a lot of fun stuff with it. All of our solar panels are working. All the logic is working. Still haven't got around to that passive vent yet to vent the gas after I smelt. Uh, I'm not too concerned about it because eventually one of my first projects I want to do is get my gas room. And what we'll do is we'll set up some tanks and filtration systems. So that way we capture the marching air as it comes in. So that way when it's time to pressurize the base farther down the line, we'll have the gases to do so, and we don't have to go out mining for ice and throwing it um, in the habitat. But once we get the structure started, we'll go ahead and first thing we'll do is work on the airlock, get it just the skin and bones of it. We'll have an idea where we're actually going to put our base. That sun couldn't be coming up at a better time because that battery is almost dead. So what we'll do, I'll go ahead and pick this one up here. It's got a little bit of juice left, and I'll just go ahead and switch. Load up here. Should catch the sun at any minute. One thing about Mars, it's a valley area. On the moon, it's pretty much straight for miles. I mean, you'll run into like little craters here and there, but you won't run into the mountains. Now, if you're playing on uh, um, Mars's moon, I can't remember the name of it right off the base, or right off the top of my head because I've never played on it. But it's got mountains that go straight up. I mean, it's like hundreds of feet in the air, and if you fall off of that, you're a goner. Um, One of the YouTubers I used to watch that played it all the time was Curmudgeon, but he's taking a break. He had some health issues. The last his update on his channel was hope him a speedy recovery, and hopefully he'll come back. He was excellent at this game, and that's where I got the idea to play this game. I mean, there's other YouTubers out there that play it. I mean, you got Rodiment, you've got a Grey Duster. But, there's all kinds of them. So if you want to learn something that you don't already know, I recommend you looking them up. Is the sun gonna hurry and come up? Need some cables and there's the sun starting to count it over the hill. Why did I say count? Come on. Yeah, there we go. Now we can get going on what we need. Okay. So let's get you going on cable coils like you were. On, thank you. I like how it just reaches all the way across the face, like you logo gadget arms or something. Okay, heavy. Run out a few of those. Run our light off for a minute. Get still in here. So we can use our autolave to our still sheet. Well, not still sheet, but we'll need still frames. You can make the um, habitat out of steel or iron. Iron's cheap. It's easy to find. You don't have to make it. But I find that steel holds in the atmosphere better than iron does because iron has a tendency to leak. So if you're just looking for a temporary structure, go ahead and do it with iron. bit more power than one I do still. I think we might have enough large coil. This game is really baggy today. We actually got more than
Light on.
we had. Good deal.
Light off.
That'd be enough to get it going. Okay. So my idea is I'm gonna hook a heavy cable up to here, then hook it into the battery, then hook up another APC past that, and run my wire from that APC to the solar power, so that way, in case uh, we have an outage, at least we have a backup battery to run the solar logic, so we get constant power in. That's the idea. Let's get rid of battery. I definitely need to hook up battery, so that way I can charge them. I'll get a large battery going because I need that charged. Uh, we'll save that for time to work on because while it's daylight, I want to work on our steel framing. No, don't. Good thing I'm going that way. Not careful. You'll go and hit E or W to walk, and you'll hit Q. You'll hold it in longer than you expect, and there goes your frames or whatever you're holding in your hand. Um, so I want to go in probably about right here. Back out. I don't know why I want to do. We'll just go. We'll go in starting right. One, and we'll have the entrance
Jetpack
on this.
on.
So just like the other side there, we'll do a 3x3 frame to get started with, which we'll have to escalate. So we got 6 frames, so let's do about 6 more maybe. Plenty for 6 more. It give you an option to choose how many you want to print. That's a really pain in the butt sometimes. But, it's still technically an early access, even though it's been out for um, a few years now. But as always, great games always take time to develop. And the developers doing a really great job at pumping these updates out, so we'll have something fresh to and updates to it. Yeah, so we just need 2 more. I think they tweaked the way these things print out because they're not as fast as they used to be. Used to seem like you push the button and you run. So the last few days I've been setting up for my live stream um, that I've done, or the time I'm recording this, that I'm going to do the next day, but by the time you see this, live stream will already be over. But I've met a few people along the way who was willing to give me some advice. It don't happen to me, especially if you're a streamer and um, you're asking other streamers for help. A lot of them will feel like you're competition, and I tell you right now, I'm not up for competition. I'm just here because I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy entertaining people, and I want to hopefully make a career out of it. I'm not here to knock people off the top or take from everybody else. But, I just love doing
Jetpack on.
it. Guess it's that guy. That guy. I'm going to have to end this stream pretty soon because that flag is killing me in the butt right now. Stream looks okay on my end. Uh, okay. Well, we'll keep going for a little bit then. Nothing wrong with it. I guess it's just usually after they do an update, it usually does that. So our entrance door, think about putting it right there. You know what? Yeah, let's be. So what we'll do is we'll get a frame here, get a frame here, and we'll go ahead and put a frame right here. So you can see pretty much the basic outline of it. So you'll have your airlock doors here. You'll have, of course, all your equipment in here, which by the time I do this, I might make it a 2 wide airlock just because there's more room for the equipment that has to go in there. Even though it does make it a little bit harder, but, we'll be alright. So you'll come through here, and this is going to be a little lobby area. Probably have windows on this side. I'm going to expand it out, of course, longer. Have probably steps going straight down. Not real sure on that yet, because I want to build into the mountain. I don't want to build on. Then it's going to come down to like a little stopping point. Then it's going to branch off. I have like a gas room on one side, furnace room on the other side. And then we'll have like a battery control room. We'll move our solar panels up. It's just shooting some ideas out there right now. We'll see how it goes. But for now, while we got a little bit of sunlight, I'm gonna come down here and unhook some of this stuff so we can redo it. Lie down, switch our tool belt, get our unhook what we just hooked up. That's not going to be there anymore. That battery is almost full. But our battery level looks medium. Small batteries. There we go. Temporarily lost power, but it's okay. So we're gonna have heavy cable coming from here. It's gonna run into the back of our battery here. Where's my battery? Is that it? Let's see. We input that way. Okay, so yeah, inputs that way. So I'm going to really hope. Like I said, I'm not perfect at this game. Um, live and learn kind of thing. You do it, you don't do it right, try it. And if you fail again, laugh at yourself, get frustrated, rage quit, then try again.
Jetpack on.
I've rage quit quite a bit in this game. Because you'll spend all this time doing something, and you think you're right, and you're. It's not. Oh, I had a couple more frames on this. I want to set. Uh, oh, now we'll need come on. Up, gonna need a few more frames. Okay. So let's get you over here. Toss you back to where you were. I like when my filters get low. Launching into that there. Do I have any more iron frame? Well, where you going? Right, I have my jetpack on still. Not careful, you'll launch yourself into the atmosphere. Here, wait back. And I've done that. And then more walls. Probably use them, but I don't know how to iron frame. That awesome. Get off the autolave. Come on. And since that's right in the middle, I shouldn't have to weld it up. Okay. I need to switch it around. There we go. And now our power can run up that way to the solar load. After I go over here and use frames for my cables, I accidentally put the cables up. It's no big deal. Now, is that the. Oh, that's a lot. I thought I had more. Okay, I did. It did. So let's. I do use my jetpack a lot. It's just a quicker way to get around. Not much fishing, because eventually I'll have to make more Helen, but that'd be easy to do once we get our gas room set up. Come on, rotation tool. The physics sometimes, I'll tell you what. Turn our jetpack off though. That way. We need straight. Once you get the battery hooked up with the heavy cable, you do not have to use the. I won't say this, and I'll be wrong, but you shouldn't have to use the heavy cable on after the APC, because the APC controls the power. That way you don't short on anything. And if everything starts shorting out, there is a.
Light
Uh,
on.
let's say here. Fuse that you can in the electronic printer that you can print out and you can actually put on your cable so in case the voltage gets too high, instead of blowing your cable, all you'll do is just blow that fuse and after you fix the problem you can hook it back up. So that's do it that way. There. And as soon as this sun subsides here, we'll go over there and do that. Because I want to try to capture as much as I can while the sun, which it's still. Oh, and by the way, since I got the actual logic hooked up, I will be turning that sun off. So in case you don't see it in the stream, it just helps it and process it faster. So because you can imagine as it moving back and forth, the computer's having to render it, and just makes the video choppy. I think that's what's going on with it. So since I've already got it tracked the way I need it to, we don't need to see where the sun's at anymore. beautification. That's pretty much what it is. And then if that you want more beautifications, what I've got to say is, isn't it? I am. Well, I'm not the best looking guy in the world, but hey, I do have the sun's down about where I want it. So let's go ahead and get in here and put this up there. I need battery, and we'll just throw it like we did there. So hopefully this works. Because if it don't work, you'll see me just shut this off for a minute. Put back our cables. Take you out. And this. Welcome. With a straight. Uh, Now, has anybody seen my heavy? I didn't use it. Oh, I remember where it's up here. Come on. Forget what I said and I found it. Yeah, this game is really fun. I'm really surprised other people don't. Or if they do, they probably play it offline. It's a really fun game. Let's see. Where's the outlet? Oh, I picked that right up on the money, didn't I? Okay. So now since we've got that, turn our battery on. With any luck, that'd be power image. We'll test it though. Um, Done in time before the sun goes down, we can test. Get our crowbar out. And get the crowbar up. We'll put battery. Turn you on. Out for a new battery. And with any luck, we won't have any shortages. I don't see any yet. That battery just completely kapooed. What's happening is all that juice from that battery is going straight in here. So I'll call that a success. I'll I'll, I'll do that. I'll take that any day. So we'll take this here, throw it in there. That way that'll be charged for next time. And we'll turn this off since we don't need any power. So I'll call this a productive day. Um, I got at least, if not anything, solar panels hooked up in my power sorter. So next time I'm gonna have to print out a couple, at least two more solar panels to hook up here. So that way we capture more, because it usually takes about three solar panels to fill that battery up within a day. And then once that battery's filled, we can work through the night and don't have to wait for daylight to come back in. So that being said, I'm going to end this video here. Once again, thanks for dropping by with me today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down here, and of course you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll put my links in the description. Um, so as always, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment with ideas that you want done or any way I can make it better. So with that being said, I'll see you next time. And